Welcome back to another video on the Volvo sleeper build, proudly brought to you by eBay. You know, it's actually really comfortable in here. I can't wait until this thing is done and we drive it across the country and just smoke a bunch of YouTubers all across the country. And we can just camp in this thing. I mean, like, it's amazing. This is gonna be my most practical vehicle yet, and also my fastest vehicle yet. It's really just a win-win. You know what really sucks about building a car, especially doing this complex of a build where you need so many different parts and you're changing so many different things? The thing that sucks is that you are ordering parts from all these different places, and then in order to check where they are, you gotta check all these different emails and websites, and it's just a hassle. But do you know what fixes that? eBay fixes that, because eBay has everything you could possibly need to build a crazy car like this. When you buy from eBay, all of it is from one place. All of your tracking, your receipts, everything in one nice place. So if you're looking to build a crazy car like this, get your car parts from eBay. Anyway, in today's video, we are going to be starting on the turbo kit. Woo! I'm really excited because this is going to be fun and challenging, and I like challenges. We're gonna start by doing the hot side. So that means getting the manifolds on here, plumbing the manifolds together, and then plumbing that into the turbo. Gingium from the future is sitting here editing this video, realizing I never told you guys what turbo we got. So this is a VS Racing 7875 next gen billet. Look at that beautiful wheel. You can see the billet lines on the wheel itself. This is a pretty big turbo. It's really perfect for this engine. This turbo will have the capability of making almost 1,000 horsepower with this engine. The engine in its current state can't make that power, but this turbo will be ready. I want to give Mr. Mattman with the Turbo LS a huge shout out for helping me pick that turbo. I had bought a turbo that was almost 10 millimeters smaller on the hot side than this, and that's just way too small. Would have been way too much back pressure for this engine, and Matt helped me pick this bad boy up. I only wanted to spend like 200 bucks on a turbo, so that didn't really work, but it's gonna be a good turbo. So without any further ado, let's just jump right into it. So there are a few things to note while building this turbo kit, deciding the location of the turbo. Obviously, exhaust has to come from there and over there. These are F-body manifolds, so manifolds for like a Firebird, I believe. But they're awesome because they clear the steering shaft over here and the brake booster. They clear everything. It's perfect. And obviously, it will need some modification at the end here because it's right next to this, but easy. I mean, like, I don't think we're gonna get much better than this. It'll be difficult getting this manifold over here to go in there, but if possible, I could put it here if I kind of tilted the turbo up like so. I had to move the windshield wiper bottle reservoir in order to get the turbo here to fit well, because we also have our heater core lines right here, so the down pump has to come down before it gets there. Think right like this. All right, let's start fabricating. Stainless steel is a lot harder of a metal than mild steel, so cutting it with a Sawzall kind of sucks because The metal gets really hot, the Sawzall gets really hot, and then it gets dull really quickly. But it's the only way I can get straight-ish cuts, because doing it with an angle grinder just never gets it that close. And I don't want to be sitting at the belt sander for 2 years. Bandsaw, I know, bandsaw. Or fancy other saw, but race car. So we have the passenger side manifold directed to the driver's side. I had a really tough time figuring out exactly where I want the turbo to go, but I figured it out. So it's gonna go here in the corner, facing outwards, inlet will kind of swoop up and then down into the turbo. The downpipe will come straight off and go down, and then the LF for the air is gonna go under the inlet for the exhaust. This stuff will come up and in, that will go down and under. That is the only way I could think of doing it that would allow us to have fans on the engine side of the radiator and allow it to fit our new intercooler. So let's get started on finishing it. Bruh. Bruh. When welding thin wall stainless and pretty much any metal, preparation is the most important step. Getting the weld surface nice and flat and perfectly clean makes welding so much easier. That's why I try to spend a bunch of time on the belt sander. Unfortunately, that belt sander is just not good. If I push down even a little bit, the motor just seizes, and that's not flat whatsoever, but I don't have time to sit there for 4 years. So add another tool to the list of things I need to get. Up against a flat piece of metal, you can see that gap there, and then another pretty large gap on the other side. That might not seem like a large gap, but it is. And of course, having a bandsaw would help fix this too, but I just need a powerful belt sander that can chew through some stainless. Close, really close. Damn, I did a pretty good job. Boom, baby, look at that, it's beautiful. It's absolutely gorgeous. I'm super happy with the way the driver's side turned out. I mean, like, that looks pretty cool. It's really funny, now that I'm working on like a turbo LS, I'm paying attention to other turbo LS cars so much more to kind of learn from them. I watch most of Cletus's videos, and you know, I just kind of watch them. They're cool, fast cars. But the past couple of videos I've watched, every time I see like a turbo LS, I pause, I like look at the setup and see how everything's done. Anyway, now we have to get the passenger side going into this turbo. Gonna have to chop some of this, and it'll just kind of come up, down, and in. Oh, and yeah, I'm gonna have to modify the inlet and outlet for the radiator. Yeah. Beautiful. Beautiful. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I cannot tell you how freaking happy I am with this turbo kit. It looks so cool. This is why I love fabrication, and this is the specific type of fabrication that I love, because it's so satisfying. When I got that last pie cut in there and it lined up perfectly, it's like, yes, look at it, look at it. It's so sick. I'm so excited. Now I'm gonna go ahead and tack the flange to the two sides, because it's just resting there. Then we can pull it off and weld it all the way up, which is the scary part, because every time I weld stainless, it warps. So I've been tacking it a lot. I mean, there's like a tack on every 1/8 of an inch on each seam. Each seam? Yeah, seam. Before I remove this part of the turbo kit to weld it up, I'm gonna go ahead and build a brace that supports this section of the kit onto the head. This is obviously a pretty heavy turbo, and since there's that flex pipe there, this side really isn't supporting the turbo at all. The flex pipe is there to prevent cracking when the pipes expand and contract. If it was all one solid piece, it would run the risk of cracking. Now, plenty of cars don't have flex pipes in their turbo kit, and they're fine, but better safe than sorry. I am trying so freaking hard not to warp this thing. I'm welding it just until the entire piece is somewhat uncomfortable to touch with my hand, and then I wait until it's totally cool. It's gonna take a while, but it's going pretty good. I got some different filler rod, and the welds are looking better, so that's cool. Well, look at who's freaking. Ladies and gents, she is all welded up. It's beautiful. The welds turned out pretty good. I started finally getting some good color in these bad boys. They look pretty. The dimes themselves aren't the best, but the color's there, which means they're strong. I didn't warp the V-bands, so that's a start, because I normally warp those. That's pretty good. Beautiful. It fits perfectly. I didn't warp it. Woo! Woo! There she is. I have a Volvo with an LS and a turbo, officially. This turbo looks amazing right here, and it's awesome. It fits so perfectly. This is gonna be sick. Oil drain line's gonna be quite long. Oil feed line's gonna be quite long. That one does reach. It looks a little funky going across like that, so hopefully we can route it in a way that doesn't look funky. I bought a cast 90-degree aluminum piece of pipe so we can cut the flange off and have a cast 90. So intercooler piping can go under here, which will be hot, yes, but we'll have a very efficient intercooler over there. I am so happy with today. It was so much fun building this, and I am so happy with the results. I mean, this is more than I could have ever hoped for. But that is going to be it for this video. In the next video, we're gonna do the wastegates, and we're gonna start on the cold side of the intercooler piping. So the cold side of the turbo kit. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for your support on the merch, on Patreon. Thank you guys for just letting me do this. This is so much fun. I really hope you enjoyed today's video. I got everything off eBay, by the way, even all the fabrication stuff. So if you wanna check out eBay, link in the description. If you wanna get merch, link in the description. If you wanna watch the next video right now and help support the channel, Patreon is in a link in the description, and it's all also up there. Thank you guys so much. Peace out and goodbye.